Hello everyone, Coach Greg here with Guide to Athletic Scholarships. We're going to do our Back to School College Recruiting webinar. We went through and picked out 5 of the most important things that you need to start doing at the beginning of the school year. Now at this time of the year, most people have slacked off a little bit through the summertime with a lot of summer activities, ball, and just personal lives. So what you need to do now is we want you to get started on the right path early in this college recruiting process and make sure that you're hitting the right points to get your information out there and to put yourself ahead of that college recruiting game. So what we've done, we've put together the 5 steps you need to start the college recruiting process today. Now this is for anyone, just about at any age in high school. If you've had some varsity playing times, these are the things that you need to have done and get done right now. So let's get started here with the step number 1 is the academics. We can't stress enough the importance of academics in any type of scholarship atmosphere. If you want to play at the next level, you have to take academics seriously and you have to provide good academics because there's too many kids out there with good grades and good athleticism that's going to scoop up these scholarships. So first and foremost, let's focus on academics. The first thing you want to do is you got to understand, in order to participate at the Division I level, you must complete the 16 core courses in high school. Now, if you want to participate at the Division II level, you must complete the 14 core courses in high school. Now, you can get these core courses from your guidance counselor, and if you're a freshman in high school and you have the ambition to play college sports, I highly recommend that you go to your guidance counselor and make sure that you're on target with all of these classes. And they will be there to help you out and make sure that you're on pace to get all of these classes in order at the appropriate time throughout your high school career. You don't want to wait till the end and be missing a class or something, and that could possibly hurt your chances of playing college sports. So the first one in the Division I core classes, there's 16 core classes that you have to have in order to be eligible to play at the Division I level. And as you can see, I've listed them here for you. There's 3 years of mathematics, 2 years of natural physical science, 1 year of lab if offered by your high school, 1 year of additional English, mathematics, or natural physical science, 2 years of social science, 4 years of additional courses from any area above, foreign language or non-doctoral religion or philosophy. And of course you have your 4 years of English for the Division I. If you go to the Division II level, you've got 14 core courses, which are pretty similar. There's just a couple of courses different in it, and you can see you got your 3 years of English, 3 years of math, 2 years of natural physical science, 2 years of additional English, math, natural science, 2 years of social science. And you have 3 years of additional courses from the area above, just like in the Division I. The most important thing is that you get these in line and you get all these classes done in the appropriate time throughout each year, your freshman, your sophomore, your junior, your senior year, so you will definitely be on board and on track to move on to that next level. Now, one thing we want to talk about when we're talking about academics is you can see this number I wrote down here. We're talking almost $1.8 million a college graduate can earn over a high school graduate in a lifetime. So $1.8 million is a tremendous amount of money that you can earn just because you've got a college degree. And also, as far as money to get your college paid for, is you get more money for academic scholarships. There's $1.2 billion in academic money out there and scholarship money every year for student athletes to take advantage of. And the sad but true part is that you will probably not go pro in your sport. Sorry, but true. The percentages of you going pro in your sport are slim to none. You've got like a less than a 3% chance to make it in your sport. So use your academics and your athleticism in order to get your college education paid for, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to be important. You'll have this degree to get a better job, a better quality of life, and better opportunities for you and your family. Step 2, when do we start this recruiting process? And this is a common question that a lot of people have, and they don't fully understand when you want to start this process. You want to start the college recruiting process immediately. you've got to think, and I'm going to go through a few steps here. You've got to think that the college recruiting process is very time sensitive. You can wait too long. It's rare that you can start too early, but you definitely can wait too long. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to start the college recruiting process now. If you've not started anything, you need to get this process. You need to get your game plan. You need to get everything organized, and you need to get going immediately, as far as like yesterday, to get things done. Next thing you want to do, if you have any varsity time on the field, you should have this stuff done. If you've played varsity at all, you should be able to put most of this stuff in action and getting your information together for these college coaches. The next thing you want to do, if you wait too long, you can miss your opportunity. This is what so many high school parents and athletes don't understand. We're talking very time sensitive. If you miss this target goal, what are the repercussions of it? They can be catastrophic, because you may not be able to go to college if you don't get this process in order. What's the worst that can happen if you start early and you do this process? That you don't get a scholarship. That's the worst possible thing that can happen. You will, if you go through the process and the steps that you need to get more exposure, to get your name out there, and to get in front of a college coach that likes what you have to offer. Next thing is going to be aggressive and get your name out to these college coaches. So many players are a little too humbled with, I don't want people to think I'm good, I don't want to blah, blah, blah. Get your name out there. This is very important. We're talking about your livelihood, your career, your future. Everything can depend on where you go to college and these opportunities that you set forth in front of yourself, and that's by being aggressive. You got to go out and you have to recruit the schools, the coaches that you are interested in, that offer what you want academically and athletically. The next thing is, if a coach doesn't see you, how will he know who you are, and how can you possibly be recruited? You got to think about this. How can a coach in a different state recruit you to play sports for them if they've never seen you or never heard of you? It's not possible. So what you have to do is you have to ensure that these coaches see you, know you, and have an opportunity to come and watch you play. What we're trying to do here in this particular step is we're trying to get noticed. We want something to catch a coach's eye, to make them want to come and see you play. And there's things that you can do to get that coach's attention. Because if you're determined enough, you're a varsity player, and you're academically strong, there's probably a place out there that you can play for. Let's move on to step 3. Here's where we have to sit down and probably get an outside point of view. We have to be realistic about our athletic ability and our academic ability. And this is where so many people will kind of have false impression, or parents of Johnny wanting to play Division I or whatever. Don't get hung up on Division I or Division II. Get hung up on going to college, getting your college paid for, and getting your education. That needs to be the focus here. In order to do that, you have to be realistic about your athletic ability and your academic ability. Find an outside person that can give you honest evaluation of your child. That's not going to smooth your fur. That's not going to be your best friend. That they're going to tell you honestly at what level that they think that your child can play at. And that's very important. Ask your high school coach to be honest with you. This is somewhere where you don't need your ego blown up. You need an honest assessment. Your high school coach knows you probably as well or better than anybody as far as performing in that sport. There's a very good interpretation of where your skill level lies according to the college levels. Your summer league coaches also can provide excellent information. They see you day in and day out, and they see you play many games. They see your attitude on and off the field. They can judge you as well. College scouts and recruiters. These are people that seen you play. You can ask them, what they feel like is the best level for you to play at. but you have to get that honest assessment in order to be productive in your college recruiting mission. Must be a true evaluation of talent. Parents must put their feelings aside and swallow their pride. Fact is, you may not want to hear the facts. That is so true, because so many parents do not want to hear that you're not good enough. It's not saying that you're not good enough, but there's different levels of athletic and academic places that you can be. You need to find the one that's going to be best suited for you. And I'm just going to shoot this out and give you an example of it, is that if you're not Division I quality, you don't need to waste your time on trying to recruit to Division I schools. If you can't physically or academically play there, you're wasting a lot of your time and a lot of the coach's time trying to get someplace that you're just not going to fit in. So then you have to get that assessment that will help you put you in the right spot to give your odds the best chances for you to gain the most money in your particular sport. Now, the other thing is on the academic side, what colleges are within your academic abilities? You have to be able to pass college in order to play sports anyway. So be realistic about the academic expectations and standards that each college may have, because if you're a solid, 2.8, 3.1 GPA student and these guys are requiring 3.5, 3.7 GPAs, you got to really look at that to see that may end up weeding out a college for you just because of the academic requirements. The next thing is what are your test scores and can you get accepted? A lot of these schools have test scores that you have to meet or exceed in order to participate or enroll in their college. Know what their test scores are and find out if your test scores and your GPA meets all of their requirements. The next thing is your GPA high enough, as we just touched on there? You got to make sure that you can academically succeed at the college before you're going to be able to play sports anyways. So get all your ducks in a row with your athleticism and your academic and get a true evaluation of the potential schools and the levels, the divisions that you can successfully participate at. Okay, step 4 is get athletic resume ready and the college coaches. And I'm going to give you, this is the question, the importance of an athletic resume. A lot of people don't even have an athletic resume. And as a parent, here's one question I want you to ask yourself. Would you ever go to a job interview without a resume? No. So what we want to do is we want to provide our kids with an athletic resume that has all of their athletic, their academic, their contact information, test scores, and so on, to make this very simple for a college coach to get all of their information, which is a necessity, because the simpler you make this for college coaches to evaluate your child, to evaluate you, is through an athletic resume. It gives them all their information that they can either, a lot of times, make a decision if they want to see this kid or not, or if this kid is even in the same ballpark at their level. So get an athletic resume, get it put together, and I'm going to show you some of them here in just a second. The next thing that we need to do is how to get one done and what it needs on it, and how to get this to college coaches. How to get one done and what it needs on it. An athletic resume is your resume athletically and academically. So you need everything on it from your, and I'll show you one here as we go through this. Here's some examples of those resumes. Here's a senior a couple of years ago of a young man. And as you can see, and which I know you can't probably read this very clear, but you can get the basis. It's got his all of his personal information. It's got some photos of him so people can see what he looks like. He's got his position listed. He's got all of his high school information, his contact information, and then some of his high school stats listed down in the middle there. Also, it has camps that he's attended, his summer ball awards, all of the coaching information down at the bottom so any college coach can get a hold of his summer coaches and high school coaches. Here's another one I want to show you, and this is of a freshman. This is a freshman's athletic resume, which is obviously almost like this is what you have to have. Do you see how simple and clean and easy this is to read? And for a college coach to be able to get this in an email or a letter, to look at it, evaluate it, and say, you know what, I think we need to take a look at this kid just by what she's got to offer here. And as this goes on, you'll update your resumes, and you have to make sure that you keep them updated at all times with your test scores, your stats, your camps, your coaches, anything that changes, contact information, anything that changes on these, you need to make sure that you update them and that they stay updated so when you send them out that people have the proper information. You don't want a coach to make an attempt to get a hold of you and then the information's not right, because then you've completely lost their attention due to just neglect of your athletic profile. So make sure that these are out there. They look good, they look nice, and every athlete, and I'm going to stress, every athlete from tennis, golf, football, baseball, soccer, and so on, you must have one of these to make it as simple as possible for college coaches to get a hold of you and your information. Okay, the next thing you want to do is places to post your resume. Now, where do you put this resume once you get it together and you get your information on there? We need to know where to put it. Well, we can start off by putting it on YouTube. A free service. This is free, and I recommend that all high school kids have their own YouTube account, just for simple to put videos on, appropriate videos on of your sports and highlights that you can do on there, easy access. Facebook, everybody in the country has a Facebook page. Now, on this social media, what I want to touch on is social media is not used as a college recruiting tool, but what social media is used for is a character evaluation tool. Take a look at your Facebook or your Twitter page and make sure that you don't have any appropriate information on these sites. College coaches do not recruit from these. However, they will evaluate these and look at the character, because this can tell a coach what type of person they're dealing with, of the things that they say, they post, the pictures, and on their Facebook and their Twitter, which is the next thing is Twitter. So be very, very cautious about your social media, because it is public and everybody can see it. And if it's inappropriate, like I said, it's not, a coach is not just recruiting an athlete; they're recruiting a person. So a good judge of character, because you're representing a university, a school, and a coach. So be very careful on your social media. Another place is called iHigh, which is a nationwide website that the majority of high schools are on it or have a high school page on there. It's looked at all over the country. You can go in and you can set up your own iHigh website with you as an athlete, and you can put all your information on there as well, as far as your profile, your videos, your interest. Gives an easy access for coaches to go and see. The next one is another not a social media, but a college recruiting site. It's called Jump Forward. Same thing, they've got a place in there where you can upload all of your information, and it's free as well. Now, some of these things take a little time to sit down and walk through and figure out how to do some of the stuff. It is worth it, and you can get your information out there, so it's easy access for coaches. The other thing that you can do, you can have your own website, which is pretty simple, and there's a lot of people that do things like this, is that you can set up a website for your child that is nothing but their sport, and it will have all the information that a coach will need to look at, evaluate, and make a decision if they are a person of interest to get on that college recruiting list. Now, what I've done is I'm going to give you a sample of a website here that I have fixed up for my daughter. That's real simple. It's easy, and it's very informative. You can see right here on the right side, it has our athletic resume they can click on. It's got some pictures, and it's got her videos of anything that they need to see to evaluate her, to give her a better opportunity to get on that college recruiting list, in which that's exactly what we're trying to do, is to get our name out there and make this access as easy as we possibly can for college coaches. Because if it's a difficult process for them to evaluate you, see you, this and that, they'll just move on to the next person, because some people out here make this easy. It doesn't have to be overly extravagant, but it needs to be simple. It needs to be easy for them to get to, look at, evaluate, and then get a hold of you. Now, with that being said, we've went over the things where you need to put all your athletic resumes and so on. Now, here's how you can stay in touch with us at Guide to Athletic Scholarships at our website, of course, where we do a free newsletter. Our Facebook page at Guide to Athletic Scholarships. We also have a school listed on iHigh, and we're also at Twitter under Coach Sloan. And we go through and we'll update. Some of them are just stories, and some of them are inspirational. And we also do a lot of Guide to Athletic Scholarship tips on the best way to approach the college recruiting game and things that you need to do. So what we've got to offer for you guys tonight is we offer on our site an easy step-by-step blueprint DVD. And it's how to pick the right college, best way to contact college coaches, how to do skills video, how to get more exposure, how to beat out the competition, how to prepare for your interview, your college interview, and how to stand out. And there's more on here. Now, on our website, we do sell this for $300, and it is a walkthrough, step-by-step, very simple, easy to follow guide where you can go through this process step at a time. But what we want to do for you guys for showing up to our webinar is we're going to do a one-time tonight only special for only the people on the webinar that took the time and the effort to show up and to listen to this. You can get this entire DVD, same DVD with all the information on it, walk you right through the process for $97, which is a pretty good deal for any of you guys that have shown up tonight. And probably I'm guessing and hoping that you got some quality information out of it. So the DVD has a ton more information on it and more detailed information on the process to go through. But we're not done yet. What we want to do for you guys only, and this is the first time that we've done this, is we're going to offer you a free bonus. Everyone that orders tonight will receive a free athletic profile. That's a $50 value that we're going to give to you for free. Just like the ones that I showed you earlier, it's going to come preloaded with your child's name on it, and it is a simple fill-in-the-blank profile. So in a matter of minutes, you can literally have a fantastic-looking profile that you can get to college coaches in a matter of minutes. And remember, every student athlete must have a profile with all their information for easy access for college coaches. If you make it difficult on a college coach, they will go on to somebody else. Make it as simple, make their job so easy, and hand it all to them. Just make it simple. Make it very simple for them to find out your information. So let's review here. What we went over tonight in our back-to-school college recruiting is the importance of our academics. When we want to start this recruiting process, we have to be realistic on our athletic and academic ability, and to get our athletic resume ready and to college coaches, and the places that we can post your resume to make it easy for college coaches to see you, evaluate you, and to put you on their college recruiting list. Now, this is just the things that you need to do now, and we only put a few things together. There's a ton of information that we don't want to overwhelm you with right out of the gates, but this will give you the process, and it is a process, and you need to start. You need to get your game plan together, and you need to start this process today and move forward, stay consistent with it, and at the end of your high school career as a senior or a junior, you will see the results of this by signing a scholarship to play sports somewhere and at the end of the day, you're going to get your college education and probably get it paid for. That inevitably is going to make your life, your family, put you in a much better place. College sports opens up a lot of doors for people, and with this process that we've laid out for you is going to make it, hopefully, it will make it very simple for you to walk through this process, get ahead of the recruiting game, and put yourself in front of a lot of other people out there, and we'll show you how to do all that in our DVD. So you're going to have a few minutes to, after the webinar here, and we will do some questions, and you'll have a few minutes to order this online, and then this offer will go away. And in the meantime, we will probably be answering some questions here. And if you got a question, be sure to email us in, or you can type it in the text box, and we'll get you an answer the best we can. And I want to thank you guys for showing up to our college recruiting webinar. Keep an eye out. We will be doing more webinars in the future. And look forward to seeing you guys. And thanks for coming.